forum where we can tell you a little bit about ourselves. I'm in my 27th year as an attorney. The first 16 years I spent with an active trial practice defending the criminally accused, work that I found very rewarding and enjoyable. I've been on the bench for, it'll be 10 years in January, a couple of years first in the Cleveland Municipal Court, and now I'm seeking your support as I run in November for an unexpired term. Before I became an attorney, I was a social worker in county jail, and I've really always wanted a career where I could feel that I was helping people. And on the bench, I've been spending the entirety of my time on the bench in expungement education, where we get out, and I've done dozens and dozens of forums in the community to let people know what relief you can get if you're saddled with a criminal conviction. I also serve on our mental health, developmental disabilities bracket, where we strive to help people who have needs, where sometimes the criminal justice system is the first opportunity to address someone with mental illness or developmental disabilities. And I'm very proud to serve as chair since 2008 on the pro bono committee of the 8th District, where we strive with legal aid and volunteer lawyers to provide legal services to those who are underserved. I seek your support, I request it, and I'm happy to take any questions.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
What criteria would you use for deciding whether to impose or affirm sentences outside of the standard ranges?
Outside of what?
Outside of the standard ranges. You currently operate with a sentencing guideline.
Right.
Would there be something that would result in you possibly deviating from that? Or are you able to deviate from that?
Okay. Well, we have times when we can and times when we can't. There are certain offenses that carry mandatory time where our hands are tied. And it's not necessarily a question of whether you send someone to prison, but what the sentence will be. There are other offenses where the judge is told through the law, 292911 and 292912 govern this, that there may be a presumption that someone goes to prison. But that can be rebuttable. And I will tell you this, and I've owned this, and I've been in front of you before. I think prison is the last resort, unless you're that dangerous, violent person who poses a direct threat to us. But I don't think that people suddenly do something bad for no good reason. Usually it's mental illness, addiction, exposure to violence, something that causes somebody's life to go off track. And there's a number of judges here, Muni and county police, my colleagues, I recognize you. We're not wondering what's going to happen with the heroin crisis. We see it every day. We see social issues every single day. And what we do with our sentences is strive through programming and evidence-based practices to reduce recidivism through helping people. There's nothing wrong with the judge saying to someone who's done something bad, I care about what happens to you. So, to answer your question, when our hands are not tied, we have to take a look on a case-by-case basis at the person and see what we can do from the bench to try to keep that person from coming back.
What is your general judicial philosophy?
To help people, to love one another, to pray for patience, to keep an open mind, to treat everybody who comes in front of me as worthy of respect and consideration, and to never take political positions, to just try to help the person who's in front of me, keep our community safe, reduce recidivism.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I do want to let you know in closing how much I appreciate the opportunity to be here. It's an honor. And I told you about programs that we try to do to help others. In 2010, the largest fugitive safe surrender program is here in Cuyahoga County, at which time 7,432 fugitives surrendered at Mount Zion. We are, on September 22nd, 23rd, 24th, and 25th, conducting the first ever in the nation juvenile safe surrender project. And I hope that you'll spread the word. If you have a juvenile warrant, if you know somebody who does, report to juvenile court, 93rd and Quincy, on those 4 days. We're going to help you take a third step after you take that second step toward a positive change. Meet with a lawyer, get your warrant resolved, clear up your case, and then we will have representatives from every social service agency in town that you can think of on site. I am chairing the Social Services Subcommittee. The Adams Board's actively involved, the Board of Developmental Disabilities, a number of rehabilitation centers, educational centers, Tri-C, CMSD, we have the Bar Associations doing volunteer work, CMHA is on site, RTA is on board, but we ask that you spread the word. I seek your support. I feel like I'm a very, very fortunate, blessed person, a happy person, and a grateful person. Thank you very much for the opportunity to be here, and thank you to my husband for coming with me this morning.